Hey there. So today I was inspired to jump on the Oktoberfest bandwagon. I was kind of in denial that fall is coming, but now all the great beers are coming out, and I love Oktoberfest beers, so I guess I have to get ready. So this is Sierra Nevada's 2015 Oktoberfest Festival Lager. Brewed in collaboration with Brauhaus Riegel, Rigel, I don't know. And this is a one-time only offering, fall seasonal. Let's give it a shot. You know, actually, I'm gonna grab my. Well, I'll take you with me. I'm gonna grab my BJCP style guideline because I think, and I need to verify, that Oktoberfest is are usually Marzen style ales, which I'm about 99% certain of, but it's been a long day, so let's check in. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, yes, it is. So this is in the European Amber Lager category. The style is Oktoberfest / Marzen, which is probably one of my more favorite categories. And it's a great, I like that it has nice complexity, even though it's a lager, but we'll get into that. I don't even know if I showed you the bottle. I was just reading it over here. Anyway, so here's 2015 Oktoberfest by Sierra Nevada. So, it has a very distinctly lager flavor, whatever that sense is I was just engaging. Aroma. Which is to style. So color, this is a nice, my lighting is weird on this video. I guess this is twilight and it's not good for video recording, but it's a nice, bright golden color with a little bit of a red tint to it, which is what we're looking for, a dark gold to deep orange red color. Bright clarity, which is great, and it should have poured with head, but these little tiny glasses, it's hard to tell. It was a little heady when I first poured it, and then I got distracted by looking at the bottle. So I think that is also to style. Flavor. Not a bad beer. However, it is much lighter in flavor and mouthfeel and complexity than I was expecting. The style says initial malty sweetness, but finishes moderately dry. Distinctive and complex maltiness also includes a toasted aspect. Hop bitterness is moderate. Balance is toward malt. Noticeable caramel or roasted flavors are inappropriate. Clean lager character. You know, a whole year has gone by, and so now I'm curious to know if my preferences have changed, and now I'm just not as excited by this particular style, or this is not necessarily a particularly good beer. So the question is, at this point, well, I guess that is the question. So let's look. Actually, Okay, a couple more drinks in. I think my initial impression is that it has a very distinct lager flavor. As I drink more, and initially also the finish was very dry and bitter and crisp, which I attribute to lager. And the Marzen style, I tend to think of as more evenly balanced or more to the caramelly malty side, not caramelly, more to the malty side, and that was lacking. But another drink in, I'm getting more of that balance. I'm gonna burn my dinner over there. Holy moly. Okay. I think to style this is done really well. And that it's a little bit more crisp and dry than I was expecting. That could also be my mood. I've been drinking a lot of heavier flavored beers lately, and so this seems very different from the styles they've been having. But nonetheless, I think overall the beer was done very well. The history of this particular style is the origin is credited to Gabriel Sedlmayr. I cannot pronounce that. Based on adaptation of the Vienna style developed by Anton Dreyer around 1840, shortly after lager yeast was first isolated. Typically brewed in the spring, signaling the end of a traditional brewing season, and stored in cold caves and cellars during the warm winter months, served in autumn amidst traditional celebrations. And so we're going to see here the last weekend in September, I think is usually Oktoberfest as opposed to in October. So we're coming up on that time. I think it's interesting that the lagering of this particular style is done in cool cellars during the warm winter months. So while it's warm outside, this beer is fermenting at lower temperatures than an ale would for a longer period of time. So interesting kind of history to that. And so this is the last batch of beer brewed in the season, and is kind of the new brew year, I suppose. And that makes it not unlike and I'm going to forget the type of wine it is. Gosh, what is it that comes out in around Thanksgiving? Geez. Anyway, that kind of wine. And it's brighter. You know, it's not. This was fermented on a regular time, but you know, it's brighter and fresher. As opposed to something that's deep and complex. And so I suppose you know, that's nice as well. And it's a nice transitional beer from light summer beers into heavier winter beers that tend to be a bourbon or a cask ale or stouts, smoked ales, things like that. And so, you know, maybe I just was trying to jump full thing into winter beers. Nonetheless, pretty good beer, great. I'm really glad that I tried it. This will be the first beer on my Oktoberfest 2015 playlist. If this is something that you have tried, share with me. I would love to hear your opinion and where you were able to find it. I picked up this 6-pack at Whole Foods tonight. You know, because they're changing over to Oktoberfest style ales. Although my Whole Foods has lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of IPAs. Just saying. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.